Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and management of brand business. A 30-minute show that features brand news, branding focus, industry interviews and conversations, all in the mix to promote the brand idea home and abroad. Automotive industry giant Coscharis Renault has disclosed it has invested close to 1.7 billion naira on the construction of its new ultra-modern assembly plant situated in Awuyaya, a Lekki suburb in Lagos. Now, the company said that the establishment of a new state-of-art manufacturing plant was made possible through the collaboration on efforts of its new business partner, the French automobile giant Renault Group. President of Coscharis Group, Cosmas Maduka, who made this disclosure while speaking at the formal event marking the unveiling and formalization of the partnership pact with Renault, said the company is well positioned to commence full-scale manufacturing of world-class automobile for consumers in the Nigerian market. Leading experiential marketing agency ABELINS Limited has won 2 new businesses to add to its plethora of account portfolio. The accounts are Guinness Nigeria and BOSCH applications and tools. ABELINS is expected to facilitate the sales of both products by connecting the brands and their consumers through a well-organized distribution network. For Guinness Nigeria, the agency would be involved in connecting the brand with its target consumers with a distribution bag scheme aimed at ensuring that the products of Guinness Nigeria are available to consumers in various rural areas across the country. The project, General ABELINS Limited, Deji Orunkoi, said Guinness Nigeria and BOSCH accounts were 2 major accounts ABELINS Limited recently won, aside working for other small and medium-sized enterprises. The MTN Group has announced the appointment of Yolanda Kuba as its Group Chief Digital and FinTech Officer. She joined Group Executive Committee reporting to the Group CEO Rob Shota. According to Shota, Yolanda's appointment will amplify the group's effort to build its digital ecosystem. Yolanda will lead the group's strategic expansion of its financial services and digital solutions efforts and transformation into a digital operator. Group Managing Director of ADRON Homes and Properties Limited, Aditola Emmanuel King, has said the company will soon expand beyond Nigeria into other West African countries. Dr. King stated this while unveiling the company's 2019 Ileya Promo, which coincided with its 7th anniversary, where he was represented by the Group Chief Responsibility Officer, Fisayo Olontoba. On the 2019 Ileya Promo, he said the company believes in identifying with all national festivities, hence the annual program created to make land and housing affordable to all Nigerians within and after the country. Dr. King said the firm began operations in 2012 with 100 acres of land in Shimawa, Ogun State, and had over the years expanded to about 26 estates across the country. First Bank of Nigeria has introduced the Visa multi-currency card, which can be linked to Naira, dollar, euro and pound sterling accounts. In a statement, the bank said the Visa multi-currency card, its consumers within and outside Nigeria can now enjoy the luxury of having their local and foreign denominated accounts in any currency linked to a single debit card. The card is designed to ease cashless transactions for customers anywhere they were or they are across the world. The bank's Group Executive E-Business and Retail Products, Chuma Izirim, says First Bank remains committed to providing products and services that are designed to ensure the banking convenience of our customers regardless of their location. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has appealed to manufacturers to develop alternatives to plastic bottles and other non-degradable items which are threatening the environment. Sanwo-Olu made the call at an environmental forum in Lagos with the theme, The Earth, Our Business, Our Future. Represented by his deputy, Obafemi Hamzat, the governor lamented that plastic waste constituted over 70% of items polluting water bodies and blocking drains with the devastating flooding. Pan-African Capital Holdings Chairman Dolapo Atekoja said the forum was to share ideas and provide solutions to the menace of environmental degradation driven by consumerism. The Netherlands Minister for Foreign Trade and Development Cooperation, Sigrid Kaag, has affirmed that given the consistent results FriesLand Campania WAMCO has recorded in local milk sourcing, Nigeria has the right partner to stimulate growth in the industry. Minister Karg made the statement while on a visit to WAMCO Nigeria as part of her visit to Nigeria. Now, she confirmed the progress of FriesLand Campania WAMCO's dairy development program and observed the integration of sustainability initiatives throughout the company's operations and the DPP in particular. The minister witnessed the signing of the partnership extension agreement on the dairy development program between FriesLand Campania WAMCO Nigeria and International Fertilizer Development Center. The aim of the agreement is to ensure a transition of local dairy farming into modern dairy farming and developing key structures required for a sustainable value chain. The mobile ecosystem in Nigeria and other sub-Saharan African countries is growing fast. As recent report says, it generated about $150 billion in economic value in 2018. Report by Telecoms Industry Group Global System for Mobile Communications Association shows that the figure is equivalent to 8.6% of the region's gross domestic product. The report also said the figure will rise to almost $185 billion by 2023, driven chiefly by Nigeria and Ethiopia. GSMA has said Sub-Saharan Africa will remain the world's fastest growing mobile region over the coming years as millions of young African consumers become mobile users for the first time. Okay, next is branding focus. Now, achieving strong brand equity can take years of work and maintenance. Strong brand equities directly contributes to a company's position in the market. For any brand to constantly stay relevant in a world that is being practically disrupted by technology on a daily basis, it is a natural fit to use up-to-the-minute public relations tools and techniques to enhance its equity. The rise of technologies has since changed the communications industry. Digitalization is taking up a major part in consumers' lives, from smartphones, tablets, personal computers and gadgets to voice recognition systems, personal finance, and many more. Today, communications processes are more integrated. Campaigns are also more integrated, mixing different communication tactics, blending digital and non-digital tactics, and reaching target audience in the best way possible at the right time with the right content. Digital disruption challenges agencies to keep up with technological development, while innovation services and tools are taking over traditional PR functions. In advanced climes, the traditional press kit and media relations process is now digitalized. Brands and companies now use virtual press rooms with all kinds of media assets. PR agencies have started to move in this direction likewise in measuring PR value. One is tempted to imagine the definition of return on investment, which is believed to be the amount of income earned through public relations initiative after subtracting program expenditures. Analysts believe Nigeria's PR industry has to be innovative, think of new and modern solutions quickly, and know what consumers want and why it is important to their clients and relevant to their clients' businesses.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
Well, next is the interview segment on Marketing Edge. I have Mr. Lanre Adisa, an enhanced creative entrepreneur who has demonstrated history of working in marketing and advertising industry, which spanned close to 30 years of working on some of the most visible local and multinational brands in Nigeria, with thriving firms in advertising, public relations, and content production. Welcome, my guest. His name is Mr. Lanre Adisa, Chief Executive Officer of Noah Ark. Okay, thank you for joining us on this segment of Marketing Edge on TV. Yes, I have a big guest in the house. It's the Chief Executive Officer of Noah's Ark, is Mr. Lanre Adisa. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Marketing Edge on TV. I'll go straight to what we have at hand. Let's assess Nigeria's creative business. What do you make of it? Tell us what you've seen so far. What's your assessment?
I think we've come a long way. I think where we are also is a mixed bag of sorts, if you look at it from that point of view. The need for our services definitely is still very relevant. There's no brand today that does not need the kind of things that we provide. Today, the world is about customer experience. I mean, that's a big thing worldwide. And of course, to do that, it's not just enough to have a good product. You need to find some way of connecting with the consumers. So it is not in doubt that we are very relevant to the growth of any economy. However, there are changes around the world. There are changes around us as well. So we've seen some kind of transition of sorts in terms of a generational shift in our industry. We have more new players coming on board. You have some of the old players still around. Some of them, not so visible and active as they used to be, and in some, sad instances, probably even, out of play. So it's, that's where we are. There's also a general consciousness of trying to play to international standard, knowing more. There's a lot more awareness of where the world is and an ambition to play there. So you find more Nigerians a bit more visible in the creative awards circuit, either serving as members of the jury or entering work or winning work, which never used to be the case. So that's why I say, for me, we're in some kind of transition, as it were. And definitely, there are other things we'll talk about, I'm sure, down the line that are affecting our industry today. But yeah, it's a good time to be in our business.
So these changes you've identified, my next phase is looking at this dynamics and all of that in the entire brand management system. Or how is it affecting it, positively, negatively?
It depends on your disposition to it. I think it's a chance for you to redefine yourself, redefine your business. We can also see that when done properly, if you play to your strength, it will definitely have a positive impact on the businesses of the people that you serve. And for that reason, you are needed. So it is for you to play on your strengths, to your strength, and be that invaluable partner every serious brand needs, to be successful as it were. So if you take it from that point of view, definitely, you will be in good business. But if you take the back seat of trying to play the same old way of business as usual, then it'll be a big problem.
Indeed. Now this goes straight to where professionals in traditional management services and consultants have now ventured into the advertising sector. What do we do about this?
Well, nothing is static in life. Every business keeps looking for how to survive, how to thrive, how to remain relevant. Hitherto, you found the consultancies, only recommending, solutions, in quote, to their clients. When it came to matters to do with marketing communication, they gave that, leverage to the CEOs to determine who they work with, or the CMOs, as the case may be. But again, you can see that we live in a different age entirely. It's a digital age, and access to data, and back to what I said earlier about customer experience, consumer experience is also affecting a lot of things. So now the modern consultancies are saying to themselves, it's not enough because for starters, they have easier access to the CEOs because of what they do, because they are all about what? Shareholder value. They have access to the kind of database, that can easily sway, a CEO to start thinking certain things, to save, make some savings, and they come and tell you the things that are wrong with you for starters. They make recommendations. And, now they have also seen that it is not enough for them to just leave it there. They think that there's an opportunity to